Back to school time, it's hectic for everybody involved, and packing up for lunch, if you're going to work, is tough too. So we have a quick few lunch ideas for you. We have CSIS Program Manager Devon Whitney Deal to tell us all of them. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome, Seth. Thanks for having me.
And what I just noticed, because we were just doing this at the last second, this is a watermelon that's yellow?
It is. I thought I'd be a little different today because everybody knows that watermelon is usually pink.
Yeah.
But we actually grow yellow watermelons around here, and it is so sweet.
And you'd say sweeter than a normal watermelon, would you say?
Well, I personally think so, but that's my taste buds. Maybe, you could always have a taste and try it yourself.
And I'm more incentivized to do so because you're using fish cutters.
I am. Look, what a great thing to do. You have to make kids' lunches fun, Seth, right? I mean, don't you wish you were a kid right now? Because you want to have these little fishies.
So badly.
I happen to have a fish cutter, so I brought it with me.
So today we're going to be talking about all things CSIS, but we're also going to be making a bunch of great snacks. The first one is a pizza roll-up. What's that?
It is. So we have a pizza roll-up, so easy to make. Now, Seth, I can my own tomato sauce. I don't know if you do.
I just started. We had a segment the other day about it. Oh, it's a blast.
All right. Well, for those of you that want to can your own, you can make local sauce. For those that want to make it a little easier, you can just put on a pita. I'm sorry, what do you call
tortilla.
These? Thank you, Seth. A tortilla. And I did whole wheat because whole wheat is, more nutritional for the kids.
And you can sneak that in. They're not going to notice because they're so excited about all the other ingredients.
That's right. You just put the sauce on there, and then, Seth, you can make it interesting based on your kids' desire on what they eat. Personally, I found that zucchini is really great with tomato sauce. So you just throw some zucchini on there.
Okay.
And why not throw in some yellow squash? Just because it makes it a little more pretty.
And it might trick kids into eating something they didn't even realize they liked.
That's exactly right. It's hidden in here. And I should have asked you to just chop up some of this green. This is kale, Seth. Now, right now is not spinach season.
No.
I would have liked to use spinach, but we don't have any. Spinach likes the cold weather, so I actually am substituting it with kale, and I tried it myself, and it's actually good. And you cannot tell that it's kale. So once again, you're hiding from your children the fact that they're eating something really good for themselves.
And if kids are watching right now, we're just joking.
I know, because we know you love kale anyway.
Yeah, we would never hide food on you.
What do, Seth, on pizza?
Douse it with cheese.
That's right. Cheese is phenomenal. And, put a lot on there because it makes it gooey. And
it'll make the kids forget about the kale.
The other kids in school will want it. Once we have that done, and by the way, I don't spray the pan because it's a non-stick pan. You just put this on in an oven, 350, until the cheese melts, like less than 5 minutes.
It's easy. We did one right before the show. Take a look at that one. Isn't that pretty?
So here you have it. And what you do, if you really have a microwave at home, you could actually nuke this for 45 seconds on high, and it would be enough. But you roll this up, Seth.
Because otherwise it's messy.
Because at school, they can't travel with this well.
That's true.
So you roll it up. And, folks, this cooled down a little bit, so don't do it when it's burning hot.
Please don't. Also, don't make the mistake that I always make, because I had my fingers in this one. You make it too big, and then it's hard to cut up.
That's exactly right. And then you just cut it up. And I'm not going to cut all of this up, because I did already cut one up, and we can show you what it looks like.
Exactly. We have it right over here, and it comes, I see a ranch dip here, and we're going to be making that later in the show, aren't we?
We are. We
Very
are.
Cool.
And, this is something that can be eaten cold. They don't need it hot. So you can put this the night before, do these wraps, put it in the fridge, and you can serve it cold with some nice vegetables. I did some wavy carrots and cucumbers, and I have this special kids cutter that made it wavy.
This off. This is pretty cool. So you just bounce down on it like that?
It's so easy. Here, why don't you do one?
This
is a cucumber. And you literally, it just makes it
so
fun.
easy.
You could try it on the carrot because I was amazed how easy it was on the carrot too.
All right, here we go.
Now this is a kid-friendly cutter. I happen to get this from a place called Kid Store, but I'm sure you go to any kitchen store, they have lots of things kids can help you in the kitchen.
Now, Devon, last thing we're going to do now, because we're making about 15 things today, can we make this dip really quick?
Yes. So it's so easy.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to tell you that the secret to kids loving this dip
is
local Side Hill yogurt. I mean, There's nothing better than creamy, delicious yogurt. And you take 2/3 cup, and I didn't get my measuring cups
That's
out.
okay.
So I'm going to just pretend this is 2/3 cup.
Here.
You take 2/3 cup of yogurt, okay? And then you have to add a little bit of milk.
Milk,
and I
really?
had milk here.
Well, you know what? This is a great start. We'll finish this a little bit later in the show. In the meantime, we're going to... Welcome back to Mass Appeal, everybody. We're here with CISA's program manager, Devon Whitney Deal. By the way, CISA stands for...
Community Involved in Sustaining Agriculture.
So that's what you're all about. You just had restaurant days that wrapped up, and you're trying to get people to go to restaurants that utilize local produce.
That is accurate. We have 64 restaurants that are participating in the Local Hero program, and this month through, August through September 30th, if you go out to eat 3 times at one of those participating restaurants, you can enter to win a wine dinner for 6 at Center Square Grill.
That's pretty cool.
Go to CISA's website, buylocalfood.org. You can find out all the details. But it's a great thing when the local restaurants buy from the local farms. I mean, you can see from the fruit and vegetables I have on this counter here, there's a wealth of them. We're in the peak of the season. We're going to be making something with peaches. I mean, those are in season now, and it's a great year. So
people can go picking and all that, so what shall we make first?
Okay, so when we left off, I just want to say we were making that yogurt dip.
Yes.
So I quickly want to just say it's so simple. We used the Side Hill yogurt.
Okay.
You're going to throw in 2 tablespoons of milk.
Easy enough.
Okay, bam. And then we actually are going to, I want you to crush up some garlic for me.
Sure.
Garlic is really hard to peel, but if you do that to it, it makes that outer shell very easy to come off.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to just dice that really well.
Okay.
And we're going to add that to that yogurt mix that I just put in.
Perfect.
Then we're going to cut up, and folks, I'm going to use my hands, but at home you can use scissors or a knife.
Okay.
We're going to take some parsley and some dill, and we're just going to throw that in this bowl, and then salt and pepper. And that is all it takes.
That's it.
To that delicious yogurt dip.
So we'll be good to go there. Now, how do we make this egg salad?
Okay. So
using local eggs.
Yeah, local eggs. They are beautiful. And I brought this dozen on the counter. It shows the many different sizes of eggs.
I know, look at this.
A lot
is
of
really
people,
something.
you know, they say, well, I want them all the same size. Well, a lot of times our farmers will give you ones that they look and make them all the same size. But honestly, Seth, different chickens lay different size eggs.
Exactly.
And, you know, they all taste good. And they all equal 1 egg. I mean, if you get a really small egg, maybe you have to do 2 for 1. But when you make egg salad, it's really hard to peel a fresh egg.
So what do we do?
Well, I don't have a secret for you other than this. If you buy local eggs, keep them in your fridge for like a week.
Okay.
And save them for your egg salad, and it will get easier as
they
get
age.
older, because then air will actually come in between the shell and the egg.
Okay.
So when you have a fresh egg, all of that egg, it fills the whole shell.
Interesting.
How awesome is that?
And we should also talk about when you're buying cool local eggs, that orange of the yolk is so bright.
Yes, it is. And why is that? It's because the eggs are eating worms and grass and all these great things that their system loves.
Now, we saw a picture of this egg salad earlier.
did.
What goes into it?
Okay, so it's so simple. It's the egg. I chopped up some fresh scallions, threw that in there.
Perfect.
But you know what's my secret is yummy peppers. I don't know if you've heard of these.
Look at them. They're adorable.
Aren't they adorable? Now, I put this in the egg salad. They're so sweet, Seth. And if you weren't on TV, I'd make you eat this. I'm going to
I'll eat it
put
anyways, I
one
don't care.
on the plate because, quite honestly, kids die for these.
Yeah?
They come in red as well as orange, and you can just bite them, and they taste delicious.
Why not?
So you can throw that in some of that yogurt dip that we just made. Give them some side of cherry tomatoes because, again, a sweet that's really good for them.
Couple of easy lunches.
And you can throw the bread in, and the kids can either eat the egg salad on the greens, or if they felt like throwing it on the bread, they could do that. Then it doesn't get soggy, you know,
Exactly.
because there's nothing worse than that.
Devon, we're going to be back in just a little bit. We're going to do some chicken wraps. Is that
We
what I
are.
hear?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, don't go
Thanks.
anywhere. You don't go anywhere either. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Mass Appeal, everybody. We're back with CISA's program manager, Devon Whitney Deal. Before we finish all this amazing food, let's talk about this incredible piece of documentation right there.
Yeah.
That is the guide to everything we need for local food.
It really is. You know, we're coming upon the fall when a lot of farms have agritourism events. You know, corn mazes pick your own apples,
Exactly.
pumpkins,
Chili
all
festivals,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's coming up.
It is.
So this guide can tell you where to go to do some of those things. We have a pick your own page. We have some events page
And
listed.
pick your own's happening too now. Once it's apple season, boy, are there a ton of places that do it.
Seth, there are people picking right now.
But I will say it's hard to find it online when you're Googling or you're going on certain search engines, so this makes it a little bit easier.
It definitely does, but you know, we now have this guide online, Seth. You're going to the wrong place. You need to go to our website.
And that is
buylocalfood.org.
That's where you
Type
need to go.
in peaches or apples or even PYO, stands for pick your own, and it will come up.
Very resourceful.
Yes.
The last thing that we're going to be making today is a chicken wrap, and you were just telling me this chicken has a very special place in your heart.
It does. I needed to have some local meat on the menu, and so I donated my chicken.
You did this yourself.
I did. I raised it, and you're going to have it for lunch. Because I told you can't throw it away because I put a lot of effort into that.
No, I will not. So making a chicken wrap, it's something easy and quick to do. We have a finished product right here that looks beautiful.
I mean, I'm not going to go through all the actual steps. I'll just say, you know, the ease here is cook the chicken ahead of time. Roast a chicken for dinner, use the leftovers. Have just chicken in a pan. You now can make a chicken wrap. What makes this chicken wrap so delicious is that we use local corn and tomato salad. Okay? Simple ingredients. A little bit of canola oil or olive oil, salt, pepper, and cider vinegar.
Cider vinegar?
Yes. And
interesting.
Toss those all together. You layer that right on the tortilla along with the chicken. I threw some nice local greens from Old Friends Farm.
Oh, cool.
Yep, they're awesome. And you wrap it up, and there's your kids' lunch for the next day. And this corn tomato salad will last in the fridge for a couple days. So
and the corn, actually, because this is the time of year where you can get corn so affordably. All you need to do is peel it, husk it. If you throw it in the freezer, it can be good all winter long.
It can. Now, I'm going to tell you, though, Seth, you should blanch it before you put it in that freezer.
Great tip.
Okay, just 30 seconds. That's all you need. Don't overcook it. Even when I made this salad for our lunch, I like it a little blanched. It brings out that yummy, sweet corn flavor. I put a pot of water on the stove and threw it in there for 20 seconds, and I was done.
Look at all this. It's all local food. And this, you just throw a little bit of yogurt into it.
The secret to the fruit as a side for the kids, just throw the yogurt in with the blueberries and the peaches.
All of this locally grown.
They love it.
All of this on your website, buylocalfood.org.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Once again, buylocalfood.org.